is that people oftentimes have this image or this thing that they're trying to present. And you guys should know what I'm talking about here. There are people that you see walking through the airport and you're like, that person is a musician. And everything about them says musician. You see another guy, he's all bowed up and he's wearing warm-up pants and a track jacket, and you're like, that's Mr. Athlete. And he's exuding that. And another guy comes through with a military uniform on, and man, that guy's in the military. And what's interesting is as we talk with some of these people, some of these guys, that is their entire identity. They're completely wrapped up in what they do, whether it be their musicianship, their athletics, their job. That's going to be good. Their photography. But one of the things that happens is people get completely wrapped up in this identity, and it's so funny how much time and money and energy we spend to try and get other people to think a specific thing about us. To say, hey, check out, I'm good at this, and I want everybody to know it, and so I'm going to dress like this, and I'm going to put that out there so everybody sees that this is my identity, this is who I am. But in reality, I think as Christians, we are called to be identified in Christ. We are to put on Christ. Not necessarily I'm an athlete or I'm a musician or I'm this or that, but man, I am a Christian. I put on Christ on a daily basis. And I liken it to, I was doing a little bit of reading in my Bible about this, and it's interesting, the Bible talks a lot about us being robed in the righteousness of Christ. It talks about that like wedding garments, essentially. It's like a wedding dress. I'm sorry, guys, it's in the Bible. It's not just me saying, but it's like a wedding dress. And if you see a bride on her wedding day, if you go to Walmart, say, and there's a I don't know why a bride would be at Walmart, but there's a lady there standing in a wedding dress. You go, man, she's a bride. It's obvious to everybody around. You go, she's a bride. It must be her wedding day. She's wearing a wedding dress. Either that or she's really different. But it's real obvious that she's a bride. And so too, I believe, when the Bible talks about us being robed in the righteousness of Christ, the same way that a bride is wrapped in her wedding garments, man, that is what we're wrapped in. That is what people should see. That is what the identity that our life should convey to everybody around us. And beyond that, our little earthly accomplishments are kind of ridiculous. If that bride was like, well, I'm an athlete, check out my cleats, you'd be like, that's just weird. And it's kind of ridiculous sounding when you look at it from that perspective. And so I would encourage you guys in your walks, in your daily life, to be identified in Christ. Not in what you do, not in what you're good at, but be identified as a Christian. There's no greater or more beautiful thing that you could ever be than wrapped in the righteousness and the perfection of Jesus Christ. That's what this song is all about. It's called Identity. Apparently we need to relearn the song. You were right, okay, let's try this again, round two. Like I said, this is backstage, remember that. This is backstage right now. Alright, let's do this again. I've been looking from the outside. I've been walking on a straight line, scared to let the world see my failures, who I am, or who I've been. I've been waiting for somebody else to take the chance that I was so afraid to. I don't know how to find myself. I'm only one, the only one. Like the river running through me, I am so tired of trying to prove it. I never want to do it alone. God, I need you to be my identity. It's always easier to hide. lost our hearts, oh God, and there's no shame when we surrender everything to you, everything to you. Identity.